Shalom Chaverim. This week we are beginning a new book of the Sefer Torah. Vayikra is the book which explains at the beginning about all the offerings that are brought to the Mishkan now that we have it constructed, and the directions for them and the meaning for each one of the korbanot. There's a particular kind I would like to focus on for just a minute. It's called the chatat, the sin offering. It's brought by any member of the congregation, but in this particular instance, there's one that's brought by the Kohen Gadol, and I'd like to look at that for one moment. As we read in the verse, Nefesh ki techata bishgaga mikol mitzvot Adonai. If a person, a soul, sins before God by inadvertently, bishgaga, missing to do one of the commandments, then he is supposed to bring this offering called the chatat. Im hakohen hamashiach yecheta la'ashmat ha'am. If the Kohen Gadol, the one that is anointed, that's the Kohen Gadol, should omit something that he was supposed to do or do something by mistake, bishgaga, inadvertently, then the sin is upon the whole nation, la'ashmat ha'am. This is a very interesting and maybe unusual kind of a concept, that one person can have an effect on the whole nation, If the Kohen Gadol does something inadvertently wrong, then the whole nation is responsible. So let's think about this for a moment. The Kohen Gadol has this connection to all of the nations. Sages say that they used to be able to pray for the nation, for the well-being of the nation. But we know from Yom Kippur and the service, the Avodah service that we do in there, that the Kohen Gadol in Yom Kippur had to do an expiation, a certain ritual for himself and for his whole household before he could do that kind of expiation and atonement for the whole community. There is one more connection that we can make to this concept of how the Kohen Gadol is connected to the whole nation in this way. Later on in the book of Numbers in Bamidbar, there is this mitzvah of the cities of refuge, the Arei Miklat. So what are they for? If there is an accidental and inadvertent murder, or somebody takes somebody else's life, the example that's given in the Torah is somebody's out cutting wood and the axe head flies off the handle and hits somebody in the head and kills them. This is considered an inadvertent manslaughter. That person, in order to escape the avenger of death, the relatives from that person's family, he is allowed to go to the city of refuge, and he stays in there until the death of the Kohen Gadol. And the avengers of blood are not allowed to come and get that person, and he takes refuge in there. Why can all of those individuals who seek refuge in there, why are they released after the death of the Kohen Gadol? It's explained in the Talmud, in Masechet Makot, in the second chapter, of this connection that he has to the whole nation. It is that the Kohen Gadol takes responsibility for the death, the inadvertent death of all of those people who came to the city of refuge, all those wood choppers who lost the head of their axe and are taking refuge there. It's as though he takes in, and upon his death, the sin of all of them is expiated. His death, his mita, is a kapara, is a cleansing for all of those inadvertent manslayers that are in the city of refuge. And so he's connected to all of them. Like, let's think about ourselves for a minute. None of us are the Kohen Gadol because we don't have that anymore. But we can learn something very important from this Kohen Gadol and his connection to the people. Here we are in a situation right now where each one of us has a certain achriyut, a certain responsibility and connection for one another. And that's why we're all staying safe in our homes. And as confining as it may seem, we're doing it out of a sense of responsibility for the well-being and the welfare of our people and all the people in our community and the greater community, that we should all get over this thing as fast as we can, this virus as fast as we can. So the more we feel responsible, like the Kohen Gadol, for the nefesh, the souls of all of our brothers and sisters, the sooner it will be that we'll be able to get out of these abodes, which seem to us now like the Arei Miklat, these cities of refuge. Wishing everyone a Shabbos of peace and tranquility, and we should all get along with each other in our households and have a holy Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.